Hello everybody. Today I am going to show you how to make the crown knot, and after making the crown knot I want to make a back splice. Uh, this is a 3 standard rope, right, and this is a nylon rope, right. So I have removed about 4 to 5 inches from one end, and I have put a stopper here, temporary stopper here. I've just put tight so that the rope will not come out, otherwise the whole thing will come off from the lay. So to avoid that, I have tightened it here, right. So then the ends, I have numbered them. I have put some tape, right, and I have numbered them as number 1, then the next one is number 2, right, and the next one is number 3. So it's easy for me, so that when I splice, I know which number is going in, and it will be very easy. So having done that, so I have 1, 2, 3 strands of this rope. So first thing is to do is to make a crown knot. So how to make a crown knot? To make the crown knot, I want to hold my rope from left hand, and I use number 1. You can see that I can put the 3 strands in 3 directions like that, like a opening of a flower, right. And then I take number 1 from top, that's number 1, and then I hold it like that. Okay, hold it like that. Then I take, this is number 3, I put number 3 inside this eye. See, I am holding number 1 like that, small eye, right, small loop. Now take number 3, right, that's number 3, right, and then I want to pass it through this opening, right. So I have one side here, one side here. Then this side is number 2, take number 2 and then pass it through this opening. Okay. So now I want to pull each end like that. I'm slowly pulling, make it tight, right, gently, easy. Here we go. And at the end we have tighten, right, I want to tighten it like that, so that no end is loose. So I have a picture like that, and I have the 3 ends of the rope, the 3 strands are like this. So now I will turn, this is your crown knot. To start your back splice, you have to first put the crown knot. So the crown knot is in place, right, and the next thing we do is turn this rope this way, right. So I take, here is number 2, here is number 1, here is number 3. I take number 1, right. So near number 1 you can see this strand, so I want to pull this tight to the back. Near number 1 is this strand, so I want to go over this strand and under this strand. I want to tuck this end, I want to put this end of the rope, or number 1, over this and under this. I've done the first one, right. So that's first part of the back splice. Then I go that way, then I come to number 2, right, it automatically comes. Then I have this end, and then after that over this and under this, right. So right, so you have, I put over this strand and under this strand, right. Now I keep moving to my side, right, and then I have number 3 strand, so over this and under this, right. So over this and under this, right. So right, so let me tighten this, right. Okay, so I have put the first 3 strands. When I finish, right, the first 3 strands, right, when I finish, it has to stay like that, 3 strands looking in 3 directions. Now I turn over, look for my number 1 again. That's number 1. I have to keep going, right, over this and under this. So over this and under this. So number 1, right, go like that. Then next one is number 2, right, over this and under this strand, over this and under this, right. I have marked it so it's easy for me, and it will be easy for anyone who want to do this by watching my video, right. Then comes to number 3, over this and under this. Over this and under this. So there you are. So now I have completed 2 tucks, okay, and still the 3 sides remain like that. 3 sides have to remain like that. One side here, one side here, one side here. It has to stay exactly like a flower falling onto each side. Now I turn over again and look at number 1, right. So it's number 1, over this, under this, right, over this, under this, right. Then I come to number 2, right, over this, right, over this and under this, over this strand and under this strand, right. Then this is number 3, over this strand and then under this strand. Now once again I want to show you the 3 sides remain intact the proper way, right. It has to remain like that if you have done it correctly. Then I look for number 1 again, right, over this, under this, over this and under this, right. You go to number 2, right, over this, under this. Then number 3, over this, under this, right. So now I'm almost completed this one. Now you can see 1, 2, 3. You can see the 3 strands, and they remain exactly one in that direction, one in this direction, one in this direction. So my splicing is correct, and that is my crown knot that I started first. And now next thing is to make it little, I want to roll it a little bit to make it look nice like that. And look at my back splice. It looks nice, it looks very compact, very neat, right. You can see and you can practice this by looking at this, and my crown knot remains on top. Okay, so these are the 3 ends that I started with. So that is the back splice of the rope. Of course, when you are using a nylon rope, it becomes little slippery, so therefore you have to make sure. Sometimes you can burn these ends, but I use some tape, so it's easier for me to mark 1, 2, 3, so that when you are using it, you can do the same way with the marking, right. So then thank you very much for watching this video titled as Knots, Bends and Hitches. This is yet another knot, very important knot when you cut a rope or something like that on board a ship or on board a fishing boat or a boat, or even if you are a scout, you will require the knowledge to do this kind of back splice. So when you do the back splice, first thing is to learn your crown knot. So you put your crown knot, and after that subsequently you went on to finish your back splice. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe to my YouTube channel.